I just drove across town, and on my trip I was noticing all this road signs that are over the freeways, which is kind of ironic because they're a distraction on driving, but yet you're supposed to read them. You know, it's a road distraction. It's kind of ironic. Anyways, they're all saying, stay home, don't spread the bug, which made me start thinking about what I do for a living. What the whole message is that if you're not essential, stay home. But yet, you look at all the people who are essential in this world, out of all of the people, only a handful of those people make good money. Look at all the others that are out here, such as myself, doing their job on the front lines, a lot of them. They put their life at risk and make minimal money. Nurses, EMS, fire department, those guys are right on the front line, getting right in the mix, and they make the shit money compared to the people who are telling us that we're essential and we need to keep going to work while they put themselves in a 2-week timeout because they feel threatened by the bug. I'm talking about the people in Washington, in Washington, the people who are running this circus that we live in. Give you an idea, I am what's called a non-emergency medical transportation provider. I drive a van that has a stretcher and wheelchair capability to take people home from the hospitals, take people to their appointments. But yet, I make crap money. I mean, really, I make better money than most of the people at my company, apparently, according to what they're telling me. But in comparisons to what my job is and what the government considers is essential needs for our lives, because we also take people to dialysis on a regular basis, to the point where I'm very friendly with a lot of the people I transport, because I transport them so much. But back to my point is that we, the people who are essential, grocery store workers, the people who are in the front lines of this mess, the people who are going to get sick, make the shit money in our world. You got like that one cat who threw the fright into the frickin' stock market and cried, this is going to collapse our economy and this and that and all that, and then sold all his shit and made a bunch of money, and then turns around and rebuys everything once it's back down. Because he did that. That's what they do. They love to do that shit. That's why they're in the stock market. That's part of the reason why our world is in the financial shithole that we're in. But back to my point is that, the people who are considered essential necessity people to keep our world running are at the highest danger of this shit, but yet we're the lowest paid. Like the nurses, they bust their chops. They're around the patients more than the doctors, and they have to spend damn near as much money to be a registered RN nurse to operate in the hospitals, ERs, and the wards, or floors, and the different parts. They have to know how to operate all this equipment. I saw a meme, whatever the fuck it's called, on Facebook. It was a room that just had all this equipment, operational equipment, plugged in, all this stuff like IVs and the respirator, what do you call it? A EKG machine, all this stuff plugged, and it just said, let's see a doctor do this. And it's true. The doctors don't know one shit from that. They tell the nurses, do this, do that, and the nurses do it all. They should be the ones making the good money as well, because they know how to operate all that equipment. People like me, granted, I'm not fucking doing rocket scientist work, but I'm considered essential, man. And I make shit for money in comparisons to the people who run our country. And they're not essential. They're a bunch of douches.